Hi, Victoria. I think you're off to a fine start here. You have your six layouts. Um, you've used the same size elements, only one color per layout. Uh, and they're well organized, well presented, so I think that's all terrific. Your um, equal elements, I think, are right on. Um, Single elements, I'm not convinced that they're visually the most important things on the page. They do operate slightly as in supporting roles or secondary roles, particularly with this one here, the major emphasis being on these really two centralized groupings of shapes. And think about how visual dominance can be uh, carried by a single element. One of the ways is to have a lot of negative space around it, centralized negative space. Right now you do have a decent amount of negative space around it, but it's pushed into a corner, and the corners quite often are submissive or subdominant places. And I would suggest that if you switched around the relationships here, had the middle, the single element in the middle, and these other groupings pushed into the corners, that would give the single element some real visual strength. The one where one group is supposed to be dominant over the other, I would agree with your second solution here. That centralized big form is visually dominant. The snake-like form in the first one, though, because of the visual movement, it doesn't seem to dominate the same way, because it's pushing our eyes around the composition and not in dominance to that grouping. So if you would give some revisions a try here, see if you can really push the visual dominance, make it as obvious as possible in those that I mentioned, that would be fantastic.